Hi everyone, welcome to Soaring Alignment. I'm Julie.
And I'm Denise. Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah, we've had, as usual, we spend a bit of time just catching up. We just had a really good laugh, and we've had cats, we've had kids come in, and
Yeah,
it's just been
everything.
a lot of, well, mainly your side, Denise, not my side. But it's been lots of fun. Yeah. So, yeah, how's it been for you? The energies have been rather intense, right?
Yeah, very intense, very big. For me, it's of course, because I'm still in Europe, I got heaps of family time happening and seeing friends. And then in between, I'm trying to, not trying, but I'm making space for myself, which I find personally so super important to actually have that time to integrate experiences and integrate what's going on in the world and in planetary systems, the astrology. We just had this mega full moon in Capricorn and all that. Like it
Mm.
felt so strong, and
Oh,
yeah, hasn't it? And
so strong.
I certainly feel a lot of personal changes in
Mm.
integrating more than ever, really.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree. They, for whatever reason, this full moon, I've been waking up at around 1, 2, or 3, and then not going back to sleep for a little while. But I feel for me that it's really cut out a lot of. It's brought to the surface a lot of things, a lot of patterns, a lot of like family patterns, really, which forms who we are, and just really cutting myself loose from those. And that has been such a uh, deep experience, but also very empowering as well, because often we unconsciously just play into certain roles and we keep doing the same thing because that's what we've been told. And you're praised for doing certain things, and then when you go outside of it, it's kind of, well, no, that's not what you're meant to do. And then we go out into the outside world and replicate those patterns, whether it's at work, with friends, in relationships. But once we do that inner work to really break free of those old patterns, then we come into who we really are.
Yes.
And what we were talking about before, Denise and I were talking about really coming into ourselves and really feeling more whole than ever, really, isn't it?
That's exactly right. Yeah. And seeing really the old patterns shifting now, it's really all these activations are taking place on so many levels and layers. But in the
Mm,
physicality, it's really quite obvious now that you kind of you see your old pattern and you go, oh, yeah, I did that. But
yeah.
it's kind of it's all changing and shifting, and it's like a clockwork. I see it like clockwork at the moment. It's all changing from the old setup or the old platform into the new, which is like the advanced modality, the advanced platform, the advanced being. And
Mm,
yes, it's not always been great either, but I feel like it's really so visible and tangible now that you see it and you can let it go very easily, isn't it?
yeah.
Like, It's
I
it's
think, yes.
it's so obvious.
Yeah, I think so, because I mean, I think it's may well, I see other people going through similar processes, and
Mm,
I feel it's not always once you start doing the work more regularly, then it becomes easier. And but at the beginning it can feel a bit challenging. So um I think for those of you who might be going, at the beginning, or at stages where it's still hard, then it's okay. It's You're not meant to always know how it's going to be. And because, yeah, it's sort of confronting those old patterns can be a bit, what do I call it, when you start to realize that actually you're the creator, you're responsible, you are powerful. When you take responsibility, it can be a bit hard for some people, I think.
right. And to love yourself and to keep doing all of it.
Yeah.
And I think
So,
what happens in the beginning when it comes up and you haven't done all of the homework yet, not that we've ever finished completely, I don't think, but you know,
mm,
if you haven't done the deep work, you don't even realize at first when it comes up. I think. And
That's
you just
right.
feel like a cat going into water, being like, oh, you know, and then
Yeah, what is
to
this?
just go la 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 la, I go that way now, you know,
Yes,
sidetrack,
yeah,
sidetrack, you know. But
exactly.
yeah, to trust that process, and it's just big. It's huge. I get the energies through my body running through with tingles or goosebumps so much at the moment, and there's so much
Mm,
going on different levels and dimensions. So if you're aware and you make space for it, I think it's really, you can start feeling it and seeing it, and then more and more. It's nearly like we've been so small with our vision in our life, and now it starts to
yes,
really zoom out, and you go like, oh yeah, I used to do that. And
isn't that? Yeah,
why don't I give myself more credit for my life and who I am? And it's this
that's
empowerment. It's so beautiful now.
it's so, yeah, exactly what you said, and so strong. And it just reminded me actually of a feeling I had this morning where it just felt like everything is here right now.
Yes.
You know, everything, like our, you know, our star family, all the dimensions, all the things are just right here, but it's just that we haven't been told that we could see them, or that we know that was even possible. It's just very much about the 3D, but now it's like, no, it's all here with us. And that yeah, we're just so supported, and
Mm,
but it's our job to take those steps
yes.
and to do the work of, yeah, doing it consciously, because when we do that, that's when we feel our power, not when someone comes in. And you know, if we think that someone's going to come in and save us, it's just never going to happen, and it's not empowering at all.
Mm.
So yeah, it's just, yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to feel there's so much going on. Again, like we always, when we tune in and set our intent to bring messages through, it's all working so strongly. And it's so much about trusting the love and everything, the experiences that are coming through. And yeah, we've been put into such a small folder, and society has told us so many times, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to sit on a mountain for 30 years before you can, even think about being something bigger or more
Mm.
wise or whatever. And even seeing my vision is changing now. I'm doing this work for so long and seeing visions for so long, but even that changed the other day a little bit. It changed into like a more inwards, nearly like an inwards vision, really behind the.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's like quite often I see a projection
Okay.
outwards, and this now it's just a change, and the feeling that comes with that. It's just interesting, but small things, but they can be big things once you allow it and allow the process and allow your intuition as well to show you different things.
Yeah, that it just remind me of just how much the more that we tune into it, our powers, they do increase as we get to,
Absolutely.
like they expand. And it's not just our intuition, it's our ability to, communicate in a different way, or to feel things, or
All
to
of that.
know things. Yeah, all of that. And
The
that's so exciting, isn't
It's so exciting. Like the telepathic communication has been
it?
parts, really. Quite often we
Yeah.
say, like, why do we even still talk? Because it seems like we
I
have
know.
a connection. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
All
so
right. I
good.
think we might go into the cards and see what's happening for mid-July. Yeah.
Exactly.
Guidance
Yes.
and what information.
Did you want to, should I do tarot first, or did you
Yeah.
did
Oh,
you
I
have
don't
already
know.
yours?
Yeah, yeah, up to you.
Ah,
Like, I don't mind.
okay. So let's see what the tarot has to say. They're not jumping out today. Oh, now they jump out. All right. So funnily enough, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the moon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right. Just so when it's the full moon that we're just having. And when I see the moon card, it can be about things that are hidden, because generally, that's what they always talk about when we're talking about in the tarot, things that are hidden coming to light. And I feel that, but I also feel that it's almost like when we don't know where we're going, the light will shine for us as well. And so it's not to be afraid of what's happening, because there's a lot of, the world seems more crazy than ever, but it's not. It's just the birthing pains before the new world gets seen, really. And so it's just to be aware also of what's happening within emotionally, so that it can come to the surface, not be afraid of that, and allow that out. And then as you take step by step, the path will reveal itself, and you don't need to know every step of the way. It's just one step of the way.
Nice, beautiful.
Yeah. And then we had 4 cards pop out, and so we've got the 4 of Cups here. I don't know if you can see it, the light's not that strong. Yeah, and so it's generally a card where you can see this guy's got something being offered, but he's sort of got, no, I don't want to receive it. And so sometimes it can be, gifts are being offered to us, but we can maybe not see it as that. And so what I'm hearing is, like, see each situation as an opportunity to expand and grow, even when it feels like, oh, it's really hard. And have compassion for yourself for what you're experiencing, but then see, well, how can I use this to grow? How can I use this to go beyond what I have known, go beyond my patterns, and to do things differently? Because it's a gift, and especially when we can approach it in a different way.
Yeah, for me, it's actually very much what we talked about before. And because 4 is representing the heart as well in the chakra system, and he's like blocking it. He's actually saying no. It's like when your who is coming up, basically. And we firstly go, oh, why is that coming up again?
Yeah.
Like, wow, but actually, that is the gift as well. You see it one more time to rise up, and then you can open up and go, okay, hang on. Actually, it might come up one more time, but I want to let it go now. So that really, it's so gorgeous. Yeah. Lovely.
I felt that strongly when you said that.
Nice.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Yeah, so good. And then these 2 came up, and so we've got the Sun, and the Major Arcana, and they're in the present position as well. And so with the Hangman, this is kind of like when you feel nothing's happening, and it's like it can feel a bit hard because things aren't happening the way that you might want it to. But it's because there's a period, like this guy, he's got the light around him, he's actually becoming enlightened. And so through these experiences that we're going, we might feel a bit stuck, or like, oh, we're not really moving through, oh, here we go again. But actually each time is that enlightenment, because through each experience we can take those steps to really move forward. Otherwise, not. But it's kind of what I'm hearing is we're always moving forward, and not to get stuck in that mindset of, or those thoughts of, is this the same thing again? I'm never going to get over this, that type of thing. And then we've got the Sun card, which is the happiest card in the deck. And it's I love this card, and it's just remember the joy, and remember that the sun is always shining on us, even when it's cloudy. The sun's still there, it hasn't disappeared. And it's just like the trust and the faith in ourselves that everything is working out just as it's meant to, and it's unfolding. And just to remember that, really.
It really made me smile, that card, actually. While you're talking, I'm looking at that card. It really, you can really feel it. It opens up the upper heart and above, and it's like the inner child being so happy on the horse.
That's right.
Being in charge as well, life. And
that's right.
It's shone on everything, so you see everything for what it is. And it's great. Oh, I got goosebumps now. Like,
that's lovely.
Awesome.
And then we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is about new beginnings, which is when we take these steps to really go in and see the gifts, and like you were saying as well, no, actually each time this challenge comes up, I'm going to overcome it, and I know that I'll be fine. And then we get to build a new world for ourselves, one that's based on true foundations, not fear, but like love, and really taking those steps towards what we really want. And that's what I really feel it in my heart as I'm talking. That's that's what we're building. Like there's this opportunity there, and it's really to start to tune into that, because the world is shifting. It's not going to be the same. It's never going to go back to what it was, and we're creating a new world. So it's really tuning into your heart, and really setting the intention for what that is that you want.
Yes. Yeah. And it's also like, I feel that came up for me now, not to judge all the new ways and the new technology and the new things that are coming in. It's so easy for us to jump on the bandwagon of like, oh, this is not good and this is bad. It's all shifting too, everything is gonna there's always gonna be something new coming into our lives. And the same as if it's technology, if it's our energetic system within ourselves, and that's changing so much at the moment. And for me, the page represents also it's new, it's a new thing, so we're growing into this new thing. It's always changing, always going to be here.
That's right. Yeah. And it's to trust in your heart.
Exactly. I feel that exactly.
Yeah. And there's no fear there, because you trust in your heart and it will lead you the right way. It doesn't mean things will always work out the way that we want them, because what's the point then? But it's just that we're on the right path.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. I love them.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's lovely.
Let's see what these guys have to share and talk about. Any further messages for mid-July, guidance, insights? Cool. I got 4. So the very first one is the shapeshifter, and that's very much the representation of that big change that's coming in right now. And I feel it's nearly a bit of a dense card, right? It's a bit, there could be stagnation, there could be a lot of head stuff going on, but instead of staying in the physical ego mind or the overthinking, to actually rise above and connect to your higher self and your guidance. It's again that zooming out of a certain situation, out of a viewpoint of self and your family, your relationships, whatever it is, to actually zoom out, because we are shape-shifting. We truly are shape-shifting right now. And there's so much of the, people talked about the 5D so much, but I think it's way above already. And, it's really integrating now. So yeah,
that's right.
Because it's also the next card I got is the 52. It's the paradox. And the paradox is that, where we are still a little bit in both worlds. And you see, he got the 2 faces, it's a bit like, whoa, so much going on. And I feel like I see this, the egg timer, the old sand, I feel with him, I just saw that picture as well. It's a bit like, whoa, we're going through this, is it the needle ear in English? The eye of the needle, or what?
The eye of is it the eye of the needle? I don't know, actually. I can't remember what the.
Anyway.
But I know what you mean.
As well. I think you guys all got it. It's that, we're going through this pass at the moment. It's so like, 1 grain at the time of the clock, the egg timer can only come through. But hang on, you're coming through. That's the main part, and the paradox is just that we're a bit in between worlds at the moment with that, and thoughts in between thoughts. So don't overthink it. Try to come back to the heart space, like the page, I feel that. And then we got the other 2 cards, where we're going, because this is really like, I feel like this is where we are at the moment. It's that intensity. But where we're going, the next 2 cards is 57. They came together actually, and 35. So 57 is the joy of the future again, with the beautiful community around, to feel in balance and harmony, and to have joy and happiness. And then the 35 is the bright spark, which really uplifts your energy, and it's much more uplifting towards your crown, towards your higher self, towards your intuition, to everything, to be so much lighter and brighter the bright spark is really igniting that inside yourself to feel that joy and happiness that comes through the joy of the future as well. You know, so I feel actually with these two cards next to each other, the joy of the future is that beautiful community and the balance and harmony, but also really comes from yourself. You know, I think because
Exactly.
it's by itself, it doesn't mean you have to be lonely, but to actually feel supported by yourself, because nobody else is going to give you that, to feel really loved by yourself. And we talked about it the other day already as well, and it came up in our pre-connection. You know, it's like with intimate relationship, for example, and same with family, it should be like the icing on the cake and not the struggle, and you know,
Not the cake itself. Like
yeah,
we've
that's
got to
right.
be the ones, yeah, that give,
Right. Yes. Of the
give
cherry.
ourselves love. Yeah, the cherry on top.
I really feel that with this little fella to actually realize it's all coming from within. But I feel
Yeah,
super supported.
that's so beautiful.
Isn't it great? Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, yeah. That's how the shift happens, when we all start to realize that love within ourselves, and that's, you know, taking care of ourselves in a, not in an egotistical way, but in a really loving way.
Yes.
That's when everything starts to shift around us.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yeah, so hold yourself tight today and give yourself a bit of a hug and a stroke. And you've all come so far. We've all done so much work. So, you know, you're on the right path. Don't give yourself a hard time anymore. It's time to actually love yourself and appreciate yourself. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Give yourself credit for all that you've done, and, you know, all that you've been through. It's beautiful. Lovely.
Yay, this is great.
Oh,
It's lovely. I love, for me, it's the start of the day. So I'm starting the day with this message. So I'm going to take it out into the world now.
oh, good. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm in the afternoon, so I'm still going to take it out, send it out to send the energy out. Yeah, we can always do that.
Perfect. Exactly. Right. Thank you so much for your time. It was really lovely as per usual. And thank you for everybody tuning in and watching. And hopefully you felt a bit of a shift with this, or a bit of understanding about yourself as well. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Denise. Yes, and I'm everything that Denise said. I'm truly grateful for everyone watching and getting something from it. We really get a lot from it, so we hope that you do as well.
Perfect. All right then. So we come back in around the 1st of August again.
Woo. Yay, let's see what happens. Yeah, exactly. I feel a lot's going to be happening.
Perfect. Yeah. All right then, everybody, you have a great time. Thank you, Julie. So much love to all of you. And
yeah, lots of love.
bye. Bye.
Bye.